Yo, so what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Um, Lately we've just been posting deck profiles, so that's what we're gonna keep on providing. This deck profile is going to be a Primal Clash on, meaning next format. People are really hyping up this deck, Rayquaza, due to Night March not being in the format anymore. I do see it having some potential. It has some good matchups across the board. However, it does have some bad matchups that might still linger around. So, without further ado, let's just get into the Pokemon. Like I said, this is just like a Primal Clash on Rayquaza list. So we run two of the colorless Rayquaza, mainly for I'm not sure if that's going to focus. Mainly to provide as a counter to Giratina. Because, you know, Giratina has that ability. Unless, like, if we don't manage to get Hex, we can actually attack with this colorless Rayquaza. So that's why we run two. And we run one Dragon Rayquaza. If we do manage to go against a Lightning deck, I do not have to worry about this one being one hit knocked out, so that's why we run a 2-1 split. And of course we run the 3 megas. A 3-3 line is pretty standard in every Rayquaza list. A 4-4 really isn't necessary. 3-3 is just fine. And with Rayquaza, with needing to have a full bench, you're gonna need two Hoopas, because this deck does run a absurd amount of Shaymins. So 2 Hoopas to be able to get out, just say 1 Rayquaza, 2 Shaymins, or 1 Rayquaza, 1 Mega, and a Shaymin. So yeah. 1 Jolteon EX. List normally ran 2, but with Pokemon Ranger coming out, this card has become less effective. However, it's still, the attack is really good if they don't have Pokemon Ranger, and it's a free retreater, so it's a nice second attacker. Our next non-EX attacker is a 1-1 Zoroark line. This is mainly for the mirror, because like I said, Rayquaza is really hyped for next format. This is really for the mirror. It's good against, like I said, Giratina. You can attack with him. So 1-1 Zoroark is just fine. And last but not least, 4 Shaymin. This deck needs 4 Shaymin. It's mandatory. If not, then you're not running it right. So this is the Pokemon. Let's just get this all settled. Onto the supporters. It's a very standard supporter. We run 3 Sycamore. I haven't really tested this deck, so I know when the deck first started and expanded, well, now back standard, now expanded, the deck actually, I don't think it ran any Sycamore. I'm pretty sure it just ran Chorus and End. But I'm not sure, since we don't have those, since we don't have Chorus and Standard right as of now, never know, might get reprinted. 3 Sycamore may be too much, because you don't really want to discard your hand. You really want to just blow out as fast as possible on your first turn. So 2 may be fine. I'm not sure about 3. Like I said, I just made this deck. 1 N, good late game if you're falling behind in prizes. Has a good chance to get you back in the game. 2 Lysander. Normally I did think of running 1, but I just thought that 2 Lysander in the next format would just be way too important. Especially with Rayquaza, you can easily get knockouts on anything. So yeah. 1 Hex Maniac, shut off abilities. Good against Greninja. If we do manage to go against one, even though Garb is hyped right now, I'm not saying there won't be Greninja, but don't think you're not gonna run into it. There's gonna be those couple people that think they can get past Garb and get the right matchups. So, and Greninja, all they have to do is just snipe Shamans. However, if you stream Hex Maniacs with like VS Seekers, you can prevent that from happening and give you a good chance in that matchup. One Skyla to get out Ultra Ball or the Spirit Link if you don't have one in your starting hand. And last but not least, Pokemon Ranger. This is basically like our counter. This and Hex Maniac is basically our counter to Giratina. So yeah, and that's pretty much Pokemon Ranger. I can see it being a one of in most decks. So that's the supporter line. On to the heavy items. Run 4 Ultra Ball, standard, 4 VS Seekers. These 2 are proxies, so if they do look weird on camera, they are proxies. 4 Puzzle of Time. Ever since this card was printed, every Rayquaza list seems to be running 4 puzzles. I can see why. You can get back DCEs, get back Skyfield if you need them. So yeah. 3 Trainer's Mail for max consistency. A 4th would be nice. I just really couldn't find the space. So yeah. 3 Spirit Links for Rayquaza Spirit Links, standard. 2 Mega Turbos, nice to have. It's also, if you don't have Pokemon Ranger, you can somehow manage to power up every Mega Rayquaza with Mega Turbos. 2 Float Stones for, let's just say, Hoopas or Zoroark. So yeah. 1 Super Rod. I know with Sacred Ash being out, it's gonna be really hard if, say, your opponent Parallel City you. I would like a second one, but like I said, this is just like a rough draft of the list. I can manage to find space for another one, so yeah. And here is 1 red card. This is basically the only disruption that we have in the list. My only scenario I can see it being used is using Jolteon to attack with Flash Ray, and then before attacking using red card, putting them in a hard position, like hoping they don't hit the VS Seeker, hoping they don't hit the Pokemon Ranger. So that's the only reason why I see it in there. It could be cut for the second Super Rod or anything else. So yeah. And last but not least, our Special Charge. This is a new card from the newest set, Steam Siege. Get back 2 special energy from your discard and put them into your deck. Yeah, put them into your deck. So now with this card, you don't really have to use your puzzles to get back DCEs. You can just use this to get back DCEs and then dig with like Shaman to get the DCEs back into your hand. So once I saw this card come out, I knew I had to put it in Rayquaza. Our stadium of choice is of course Skyfield, 4 of them. See if that's in camera. And for the energy, we run 4 DCE mandatory and 3 lightning. Nice to get basic lightning. Nice to get with Mega Turbo, and since we do run Jolteon in this deck, it's good synergy. So yeah, that's basically it. It's just a rough draft. People are going to have different lists. This is I'm gonna test it out against the main decks. Stay tuned for more Primal Clash on decks. We have a whole bunch, so we will be profiling that probably right after this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned till next time. Peace.